Hello, everyone. I'm here with a special guest. It's Pax from
Hey, everybody.
from your channel. If you
Bradley
haven't been to
Galbraith.
Pax's channel, you should check it out. I'll put up a link and everything. But Pax, introduce yourself. Who are you? What do you do in terms of Arkham?
I'm I am mostly a solo and two-handed player. Um, I have a YouTube channel called Bradley Galbraith, which is my full legal name. Don't search me. I also run the Crypt Drill Twitter account, where I take drill posts and put them onto Arkham cards for somewhat comedic effect. I've got a whole bunch of playthroughs. I do a bit of commentary, I guess, more recently. Um,
You had a preview recently too. About a month ago, you got to preview two cards,
that's right.
and that was really cool. You did a really good video, I think, for that. And I really like your longer form stuff. It fills a niche, I
Thank you.
think, that there's not a whole lot out there in the Arkham community. So Pax also has done some cool playthroughs as other streamers, and you have had a Return to Innsmouth campaign up, I think, right?
Yeah, we just finished that the other night, and I'm still editing in too deep. Um, Mostly going through and just like removing odd sounds and breaks, but like kind of listening to it back to make sure the volume levels aren't messed up or anything like that. It takes more time than you'd think.
It does. I do edit my videos as well, and I'll get mine up hopefully in a timely manner because we're playing through Return to the Forgotten Age, and that is a MythosBusters campaign play along. So we'll be playing with a limited card pool, and I don't know about you, but I'm playing someone I haven't played before, and coming up with a card pool for Parallel Monterey Jack was kind of fun and also a little nerve-wracking. So we only play with cards from the Forgotten Age, Return to Forgotten Age, the core set, Return to Night of the Zealot, and the Investigator starter decks. But also, as a special treat, we are adding in anything from the upcoming Hemlock Vale Investigator cards.
That's right. And I am also playing someone that I have not played before. I'm playing Hank. Um, I've really wanted to try him out. I thought that, especially with a couple of the new cards we've seen, and we'll get into it when we look at the deck lists. There was some stuff I just was really looking forward to giving a go. And I thought that if you were playing Parallel Jack, then Hank would be just about as good of a companion as anyone else. I know I had looked at Yorick first, and that's kind of what led me to Hank, is like, I wasn't too happy with this Yorick deck. Let's try Hank instead.
So Hank has got some really weird stuff. Parallel Jack as well, but let's talk about Hank. So
Yes.
ability is you may be assigned damage or horror dealt to ally assets or investigators at your location.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And then reaction when you would be defeated by damage and or horror. Instead, heal all of your damage and horror and swap this card with its bonded resolute version. What? Okay.
Yeah. And then you've got your two Resolute versions, which have a totally different, or not a totally different, but a different stat line. And suddenly he can't be healed. You still can be assigned damage or horror dealt to ally assets. And when you choose the assistant uh, traded one, you have a 3-3-4-4 stat line and 4 health and 6 sanity. And when a horror is placed on you, one or more horrors placed on you, draw a card. And then if you take the Warden version, you actually have a 4-1-6-3 stat line, which is, I think, that's the first printed 6 we've seen for sure.
For sure.
And he's a 6-4 on his toughness stats there, and it's when you take a damage or more, you gain 2 resources. And each of them have, I kind of overlooked this a lot, the Elder Sign effect, once you've swapped over, is you can move a horror from Hank to an asset you control, or you can move a damage from Hank to an asset you control, which is kind of interesting because his front side actually just has a +1.
I didn't
Uh,
realize that. It's just a +1. It's Jim, right?
yeah, it's Jim. That's right. Yeah. But I was looking forward to playing him a lot because, like, you kind of have, like, what is it? What would this be? 9-11 or 11-9
Hmm.
health and sanity pool, depending on which you go for. And also, like, depending on where you're at in the scenario, it might just make sense to go for the wimpier Hank, that can actually help it with some clues a bit better, right? Because a 3 intellect is kind of and especially in TFA where there's so many zeros and minus ones,
Hmm.
there's kind of a weird breakpoint in TFA where like testing one up is actually like kind of okay, right? Like it's not amazing, obviously, but it's kind of okay.
It's
Uh,
something.
yeah, it's something, right? And it's like, all right, well, if we're dying for clues, then I can go for this version and
Literally
get some
dying for
clues.
clues.
Yeah. And if we're literally dying, then I can go for the warden and just swing for the fences.
Seems cool. And in both cases, and I guess his base, you do have 3 agility, which
Mhm.
that's good.
That's right. It's good, and I do have a copy of that Sparrow Mask that was previewed
Hmm.
in the preview article, just to try and boost up that agility situationally against treacheries and occasionally probably to evade.
Yeah, this sounds.
Uh,
Yeah, what's his deck building like? Because we didn't.
yeah, so he's got the extra 5 cards, which didn't actually help me narrow down to a 35 card deck as much as I would hope it would. I still had to make some painful cuts. And that's probably owing to, well, Survivor's a good class. You get 0 to 5 Survivor, you get neutral cards, and then you get 10 other innate and or spirit cards level 0 to 2, which is like kind of like you're like half Silas and half Calvin,
Hmm.
maybe 2/3 of each. But you have an increased deck size to kind of compensate for the fact that you're getting pretty wide coverage, and it actually ends up being uh, a lot of cards that Hank has access to in this card pool because a ton of Nathaniel's printed cards are spirits,
Yeah.
and innate skills are kind of just something that shows up a fair amount of time. So um, there's some interesting choices. I didn't take a whole ton of innate and spirit cards. I don't think I used all 10. I think I used 7. But I guess as for the deck itself and his signatures, I guess maybe first.
Yeah.
There is the Were's Paw weakness, and I gotta say I'm a little nervous about this one. It pulls an extra enemy, you spawn it at a connecting location with this attached. It gets that new elusive keyword where, like, after you've dealt damage to them, or is it dealt damage or successfully attacked? I don't remember
I
which.
think it's a do
Uh,
you attack or they attack?
Yes, that's right. You attack them or they attack you. After that is fully resolved, if they're ready, they just like walk away and then exhaust.
Hmm.
Um,
The direct
so,
horror seems scary in Hank.
and the direct horror is definitely very scary. So especially in TFA where there's vengeance enemies,
Hmm.
it's kind of like, oh, this could be really bad, right? Like if say this attaches to the boa constrictor in Untamed Wilds, it's kind of like, all right, well, now we have this 4 health guy that I have to chase around. Um, so that could be bad.
So the
Uh,
forced effect happens. You can draw this in upkeep and you take 1 direct horror, right?
that's right. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, it's pretty nasty. Yeah.
Okay. What's
And then
his
his
signature?
his signature is stout-hearted, which just it's fast play when you engage a non-elite enemy at 2 costs. The icons I think are mostly irrelevant because I'm pretty sure that you always want to be playing this.
Yeah.
But it is a willpower combat in a wild. And you move up to 2 damage and or horror from Hank Samson to that enemy as damage. So it's like, because his resolute versions can't be healed, it's not healing. You're just moving it off of him.
Hmm.
And so that's obviously pretty good. Two fast damage heal. That's a great card. And like I said, you're gonna want to be playing this.
Do you think you would wait until you can't be healed to use this, or you just use it when it pops up?
I think that I'm expecting that I don't play this until I'm resolute, but that once I've got 2 damage or horror, I just pop it
Hmm.
to be efficient,
Yep.
right? To get a thing to get an enemy dealt with sooner, rather than like saving this for the last minute.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, and I think the rest of the deck kind of lends towards that as well. Um, just while we're talking about soak, that fortunately the pool has 2 copies of Perseverance.
Ooh, that's good.
When you are assigned damage and or horror that would defeat you, cancel up to 4 damage or horror. Something that's really interesting about Perseverance is that I think, and maybe we can suss this out right now, the timing on this, when you are assigned damage and or horror that would defeat you,
Mm-hmm.
is before when you would be defeated by damage or horror on the front of Hank. And so, like, if you're in a situation where you're flipping to Resolute and maybe you actually don't want to flip to Resolute yet because, you know, say your team has some healing,
Mm-hmm.
right? You can put off being put Resolute by playing Perseverance.
Yes, I think that's true. Because you cancel
I don't.
the damage or
That's
horror.
right. Cancel it before you would be defeated. It's when it would be assigned.
Well, plus the reaction trigger on Hank is optional, so you could just die if you wanted to.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, that's right. You could just let yourself die. But I, I don't know what that's necessarily good. But what it's really good at is canceling a bunch of damage while you're Resolute that would kill you.
Yes.
Right? Obviously, because you can't be healed. And so that's kind of, it's not a lot, but it's what's in the card pool. And then in addition to that, I do have an amount of soak available to me. The deck has 2 copies of Granny Orn, 2 copies of Stray Cat, and 2 copies of Mysterious Raven. And this might look a little weird, but it's just a campaign play along card pool thing.
Yeah.
Granny Orn's in there to help with willpower tests. As we all know, TFA has important willpower tests. But also just a huge amount of soak. She's a surprisingly good amount of soak.
And I like her ability. Like, there's not a zero amount of tests where decreasing the points that you fail by really helps.
That's right. Yeah. And also just like, I don't know. I think personally, I think the Granny Orn's just great. Like, willpower boost is almost always useful.
Mm-hmm.
She's expensive, sure, but she's really good. But I would love for her to not be taken out instantly by a snake bite.
Yeah.
And so the deck also is running 2 copies of Mysterious Raven and 2 copies of Stray Cat. And these are in here almost entirely to eat up snake bites. It just occurred to me while we were reading Hank that I'm pretty sure that I could assign all 5 damage from a snake bite to Hank.
You're
and just
right.
instantly kill myself.
Yeah, you could.
Without like needing to take the poison option. Or to like for you to lose your ally. You know, I didn't think about this during the deck building. I just saw it when we were reading it. Probably a shit idea, but you know,
It might be necessary. We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll see throughout the course of the campaign whether or not that's necessary.
So the Raven can't take the snake bite, right? Because it doesn't have health.
No, it doesn't have health. That's right. And the Raven is more there for general soak and for the odd, like, do you need any help at all with clues?
I might.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, the deck is very fighty. It really, like, it's very tough in this limited card pool, especially with 1 base intellect, to find room for clue stuff. Obviously, Keyring's an option, but I've elected not to take Keyring just as a matter of what weapons are available to me, being primarily 2-handed. And I guess while we're on the topic of getting clues, 2 copies of Look What I Found. You'd be kind of silly not to run this. I think it just lets you get 2 clues off of a 2-shroud or less location for basically free, right?
Doesn't matter that you have a 1 intellect.
Exactly. Doesn't matter if you got a 1, and it's not eating up your 5 level 0 survivor cards like it would be in Daniela.
Mm-hmm.
I usually wait to just spend the XP on the better ones for Daniela. But it's just, you know, it's just clues. It's $2 for 2 clues. It's perfectly fine.
It's a great return.
Yeah, it's a great return. Another thing, I guess, that all this soak activates is a single copy of Wrong Place, Right Time. I don't know necessarily that this is going to see play. It's got great icons. I don't know that I'm going to be playing it, but there's definitely an opportunity for me to move a whole bunch of damage and horror off of a resolute version of Hank onto, say, a Granny Orn or a Raven or a Stray Cat.
Mhm.
And I think if this does feel good, I'll be beelining a Charisma so I can hold two of these guys at once. The only other like low cost soak in the pool is Leather Coat, and I ended up dropping the Leather Coat in exchange for the Perseverances because they just seemed like way too important.
Yeah, makes more sense for
Um,
Hank's resolute forms.
yeah, and I think wrong place, right time. Like this is more just me trying to try a new card out.
I
Like I
agree.
said, the icons are really good. It's basically it can be just like a third guts and a single manual dex, flexibly. It can even be a combat icon if it's a good breakpoint, right? Like
Hmm.
it's just it is what it is. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of the soak and the clues, I suppose. Um, there's also Sparrow's Mask again. Just one copy, and just to help me pass random tests here or there.
It's so good. I played with it with Calvin Wright. It was
Mhm.
incredible.
Yeah, and the big thing really is like a Sparrow Mask and a Guts into Hank's base 3 is a 7.
Hmm.
That feels really nice for a lot of tests. Maybe this should have a second copy because I'm at 35 cards. I think I'm really happy to only run one copy of a mask because it's the kind of thing where like if you don't see it, you're seeing the rest of your cards that are helping you.
Hmm.
And if you do see it, then you just get the value, right? Like you see it early and you get the value. Um, but there's probably an argument that this should be at two copies. I couldn't figure out what to drop for it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about
Um,
building in Arkham these days. There's so many good things.
we're just loaded up with good cards right now.
Hmm.
Like and fine cards too, really. Like cards that are interesting that you want to try out that like, yeah, maybe they're not that good, but like you got to build a deck that has them in there. Otherwise you're never going to play them.
And that's what's fun about the CPA for sure, because what's in the TFA card pool, right? Something like Perseverance, which does see play, I think, but you.
Yeah, and I think it is a good card for Hank, but like if
Hmm.
this was the wider card pool, this would just be Talisman of Protection,
Yeah.
something that like can go into play and not need to stay in your hand.
Hmm.
But anyways, I've also got two copies of Ward of Protection. This is mostly like Ancient Evils protection.
Hmm.
Um, maybe I like allow a Mysterious Raven to die from this if you're doing really good on clues. Probably not. Um, Also, kind of like awkwardly, if you're the assistant form, it like draws a card from playing the Ward of Protection, but the horror's on you if you do that, right?
Right.
But it's it's an option. And then most of the rest of the deck is just like I've got Live and Learns.
Hmm.
The Live and Learns are there because one of my weapon choices is the Pitchfork, and I would love for this +1 combat to be enough to hit something, and not need to worry about it too badly. But also technically the Live and Learn could go into like a weird investigate or a weird test on a location if any of those ever pop up.
Hmm.
Um, Continuing on with weapons, the other weapons are baseball bats. I've got one copy of 1-2 punch, two copies of long shot, and these are kind of um, you know, the fact that vicious blow is practiced, not innate, and also that Monterey Jack is very good at evading,
Hmm.
and that sometimes exploring necessitates splitting up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Like
see how that
this.
goes because in this version of TFA, exploring can get you enemies too. So I like the
That's
connecting location part of this also.
that's right. Yeah. And then also two copies of Push to the Limit. Again, this is mostly like protection against baseball bat. Maybe Pitchfork gets committed to a test, and then I push to the limit from the discard, so that I
Hmm.
don't have to like play it, attach it to the location, pick it back up. Just do the 3 damage from the discard pile after committing it.
Right, right.
And then two copies of Overpower. Again, just like I don't know that these are actually that necessary with how high Hank's base stat is and the fact that it can get to a 6.
Hmm.
But, there's always Yig at some point. Um, And then finally, just a whole bunch of economy with 2 stand-togethers, 2 take hearts, and 2 glories.
That's good.
Yeah.
With push to the limit, how does this work on the pitchfork so you don't lose control of it, basically? It just
Push to the
shuffles
limit.
back?
I'm pretty sure that after the effect resolves, shuffle the chosen asset into your deck. Playing this card does not provoke attacks of opportunity. I'm pretty sure that even if it were to be successful and you lose control of it and attach it to your location, oh no, I think maybe there's something about like while it's in your discard pile, it can't really be a successful, or it's not a valid target, or well, it's one way or the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Either it attaches and then shuffles, or it can't attach and then it shuffles. I don't think it really matters which.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the deck less a random basic weakness.
We'll get those soon. Okay, mine I've tried shuffled up, I think. No, it's actually not shuffled. Is weird. I don't know. Let's first talk about, I guess probably Monterey Jack, because you haven't seen his parallel version before. So same stats as before, 1, 4, 2, 5. Then we got this after you discover the last clue at your location ability, search the top X cards of your deck for a charm or relic asset and play it, reducing its cost by X. X is the printed shroud of your location. Shuffle your deck. Cool, right? It's a free draw, play, and resource.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a gamble.
Right.
So I'm a little nervous about it.
Very much of Leo's Elder Sign, except like souped up as an actual ability instead of just a random thing that might occur but fail, like inevitably fail. But obviously, you know, you're intending for this to hit a couple times in this scenario.
I'm hoping for it. At level 0, I probably didn't put enough charms or relics into my deck, but there's some better ones at the higher levels. So he can take rogue cards that are beyond level 0 now. Yay! Level 0 to 3. Charm and relic cards level 0 to 4. So all of the classes have some cool relics and charms. And then 5 other seeker cards level 0. I won't talk about these regular signatures because I just kept the normal ones. The advanced ones I'm too scared of in this team. But anyway, we've got 2 copies of Dr. Milan. We've got 2 copies of... Nope, 1 copy of Leo DeLuca. Kind of boring, but I feel like that's still... If I have excess money, an extra action is really good, especially in TFA.
Right.
2 copies of Persuasion. So there's kind of 2 things my deck is doing besides getting clues. Explicitly, it's the Charm and Relic thing, and it's also, let's see if the parlay thing happens in this card pool. So this is the mutated version of Persuasion. So it works on any non-weakness enemy, and it basically tries to get them to go back into the encounter deck or automatically evade an elite enemy. Maybe good for a Pit Viper if it's not engaged with me, you know. Might get that, maybe it's engaged with you, I have to move in, and then instead of engage and then evade again, I can just play this.
I think one thing that's really cute about this in TFA is that, like, especially we're doing return, and you can like get you can get enemies in the Explore deck. So this is kind of like, whoops, an enemy came out of the Explorer deck. Let's shuffle that back into the real deck. I think that's kind of cute, right?
Yeah. Could be useful for getting rid of your Were's Paw. If it happens to, you could draw it and the enemy could spawn on me, right? It's possible.
That's right. That's right.
Anyway, we have some other parlay tricks up our sleeve. We've got 2 copies of Grift. I think this is a fun card as well. Test 0 agility for each point you succeed by, gain a resource. Just maybe don't do it on the Pit Vipers, because if you pull the auto fail, you get poisoned.
Grift is a cool card. I worry about it a little bit more in the TFA bag where it's got the -5, but also like, I don't know. It also has all those zeros and -1s, right? So
it's kind of neat because I can use, say, a Nimble and just run away at the same time. I think that's cool. So here are some skills. We've got 2 copies of manual dexterity, 1 of perception, and then to pass some tough parlay tests in this campaign, we got 2 copies of well dressed, which gets you +4 to parlays.
Yeah, I like that.
It's really cool. Then to get clues, we got 2 copies of eavesdrop. So you test choosing an unengaged enemy at your location, test intellect where it's the evade value. If you succeed, get 2 clues for 1 resource. That could be good. It might not be. There's a bill for just 1 copy. 3 clues, not going to be great on every location, but it might expedite some of those tougher ones. I'm anticipating having some extra money in this deck, but I don't know. We'll see.
Milan goes a long way.
He does. And 1 copy of higher education also to spend money on passing some tests. If I don't want an encounter card test, then there's always 2 copies of you handle this one. Sorry.
I have the punching bag.
Well, we've got lockpicks as well. Level 0, we'll get it up to level 2, level 1 as soon as we can. And then I think the rest of go ahead.
That lockpicks is like a 9.
It's a 9. Unless you draw a -5, you should be good.
Yeah, I mean, even in yeah.
Or the autofill.
A -5 putting you to 4 is like, yeah.
Okay. So then the rest of it is charms and relics. So we've got some of these guys, Scrying Mirror. We've got the new Fox Mask, which just came out today.
Right.
Might as well, right?
Okay. Yep.
Seems cool. Kind of goes along with the rest of what this deck is trying to do, I think. So it gives you offerings for moving out of locations with enemies, and those are the 2 numbers I want to use.
Mm-hmm.
Scrying Mirror is cool too. I think that's useful for kind of these last-ditch efforts that I have. Make sure I pass a test that I'm not sure about.
Mm-hmm.
Have you played with this card before?
I have only ever played Scrying Mirror in Jacqueline's base starter deck when I played Jacqueline and Winifred through Dream Eater's the Spider side. And it's actually kind of a fine card. Like, it's not amazing, right? Like it's a little expensive for what you get for it, but the assurance is really nice, right?
Yeah, the ability to react and say, okay, I'll commit this card or I'll spend resources on higher ed. I like that idea.
Right. Yeah, and I also I mentioned this right before we started because I took a brief look through it. I thought to myself, man, like your level 0 lockpicks is going to be really protected by the Scrying Mirror, aside from the autofill.
Aside from,
like, if you
still have to take the test, the rest of the test.
Yeah, but if you see that -5 with the lockpicks, you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna burn one of my Fox Mask uses to get another +2, right? So I like that a lot. I also think that your deck, because intellect and agility are both such active stats for you, having the 2 copies makes a lot more sense. You're doing almost everything off of those 2 stats, and 4 intellect is good, but 6 intellect is great.
It's better.
It's better. Whereas, like, for Hank, like, the agility and the willpower is, like, marginally good. It's good protection, but I've already got a lot of health and sanity between my 2 sides. So that's why I think the Fox Mask being 2 copies makes a lot more sense here.
Holy Rosary, does that make sense in this deck? I don't know. It's Horror Soak. The willpower is not nothing. There's not much as far as charms and relics at level 0, honestly.
But you know what one kind of funny interaction could possibly be? If there's like a rare case where my Resolute side is in bad shape and you've got a Rosary in play that I can defeat, I can turn this wrong place right time.
Oh, yeah.
Myself. It's not just assets I control, it's assets controlled by investigators at my location. So I actually like the Rosary quite a bit.
There's something
It
to me
gives you
about like churning through the charms and relics that seems like a possibility with the Monterey Jack's front side.
plus, yes, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
So yeah.
Because like, the +1 willpower is, I mean, it's really only getting you up to 2. Hopefully that'll like make you not. I'm trying to think of what the treachery is. Lose your entire turn from actions.
Oh, a tear through time.
Yeah.
I think that one's only in the base.
Oh yeah, that's in one of the replacement sets, isn't
Hmm.
it?
There
Yeah.
actually aren't that many willpower tests on the treacheries anymore until you get to
So
City of
some of the two
Archives.
sanity, yeah, some of the 2 sanity starts to be like, maybe I just use this
Hmm.
because I might see my next one, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Like I think I always want to put, one horror on it and then maybe two if I feel like it.
Yeah, yeah. If you feel like you're getting close to finishing off a location.
Hmm.
Right?
Exactly. All right. Last few cards. We have one trench coat. I feel like just anything extra soak is good. This is fine. I think I can afford it. And then we got the bullwhip. We've got the buried secrets. What's here? Oh, one more charm. Level 0 Disc of Insomnia. Again, if it comes up, you evade a snake that spawns. That's good. Discard it. Play something else.
Yeah, I think level 0 disc is quite good. But it feels really nice if you're putting it into play for free after finishing a location, right? Drawing it and playing it for free.
That's how I feel about all of these. Like, I'm happy to pay one or nothing for a scrying mirror.
Well, that's yeah. When you're like when you're fetching it and playing it
Hmm.
at a discount, it starts to feel quite reasonable.
However, I fully expect to like never hit, right? If you
Yeah.
don't,
Well, and like you said, at low XP, there's only so many targets available.
yeah, there'll be better ones later. Anyway, we've talked for 32 minutes about our decks, which is totally fine, but we have to play the Untamed Wilds, and we haven't talked about getting supplies yet,
That's right.
or getting a
So,
random basic weakness.
oh, should we see our random basic weakness before? Yeah, we should really hit the random basic weakness before we talk about supplies, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's just go find out. I think I'm the lead investigator, so
Yeah.
I
You
have to be. Okay.
Ugh. Oh my god.
All right.
All right.
That's fine.
Yeah. 13th Vision, I think, is one of my most drawn random basic weaknesses. I get it all of the time.
There's 2 copies, I think, in Circle and Dot.
Yes. Yep, there is. Yep.
Okay. So we have to choose some some supplies here. So I have the app up here, but you can go ahead and oh, we have to. I don't think I put anything out here in terms of the Untamed Wilds. We should get the supplies or somewhere. Oh, they're over here.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay. So
I have like something very controversial to say.
okay.
I'm worried that I need the blanket because trauma gets me really close to being put into my resolute mode where like, the can't be healed thing makes me nervous. Even if my health pool's higher. Talk me out of this.
No, I think you're right. So this is Return to TFA, and after Threads of Fate, we get to restock, and I almost always get blankets then too. So I feel like if you're just gonna get it anyway, you might as well get it at the beginning.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is like, I feel like I think from all of the sources of trauma, the blanket technically blocks the most instances of that happening.
I mean, it's guaranteed, right?
Yeah, it's guaranteed if you don't do it. I went and tallied them one time. There's a bunch of like random sources of trauma, but like there's a lot potentially. The point is that like the trauma can stack up really high across all of the different ways you can take one. And I feel like if I just take the blanket, I'd feel a lot happier And I know people do the blanket or tank it thing, but I feel like I have like a gut feeling about Hank that like maybe the blanket's a little more important.
I agree with that. I think the tank it part is already what you're trying to do, and you don't want to diminish that ability.
Yeah, that's just it. So I think I'm definitely. So what is it? Where's?
So we get 7.
Yeah, 7. Okay.
All right, we'll put you down
What
for
is
a blanket.
that?
What else do we need? I mean, I always like the binoculars.
Gotta have provisions.
Okay, we'll give you provisions. So what about the medicine? Ugh. I feel like that's kind of necessary also.
I think like one medicine
1, yeah.
is fine for the group, right? Like that's one you can also get on the restock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you say was the other one you said compass?
Compass and binoculars, I think, are really good.
Yeah. Canteen's not necessary.
No.
Chalk isn't necessary.
Map is probably not necessary.
Yeah, rope and torches are like those one I always find, especially on 2-player where like the supply system is very strange to me because it's like one player gets 10, 2 players get 14,
Mm-hmm.
3 players get 15, 4 players get 16. Um, but then it like divides out weirdly. But I always feel like the rope and torches are like just prohibitively expensive. It just feels so tough to. And I know, I mean, it's funny saying that after taking the blanket, but it's always just a little awkward. That's all.
I think I'm gonna take the binoculars if you don't want them, just because I know that they're good for a lot of reasons. They only cost 2.
Yeah, I think the other picks for me become like the compass.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I guess I'll grab the medicine, and that would kind of
That's
free
7.
you up. That free you up to take anything
Right.
like between the nap, the rope, and the torches. Does that give you enough space for that, or is that kind of
So what's the map for again? I know it's for the first
that one?
scenario.
Like I think that one like scries the exploration deck or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
At least in 2 scenarios.
yeah, the torches and the map kind of trade off on that front, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the map is like, I'm pretty sure the torches do it in scenario 2, and the map kind of does it in scenario 1, and they're both like a little different in actual effect, but kind of both. Or is the torches the one that searches it for encounter cards to remove them? Is that how that one works?
I think so. I think that's a little better than just putting one on the bottom or something.
Yeah.
We'll take the torches.
I do wonder. I do wonder though if the torches should be something that I have.
Hmm.
Right? Because like if you're doing the exploring, or sorry, if you're standing around removing encounter cards from the treachery deck,
Mm-hmm.
from the explorer deck,
I'm not getting
does
clues.
that mean that
right.
you're not gathering clues, and does it mean that we're not getting to locations where clues are? I know we talked a little bit before we started about like, hey, Hank needs to be the one doing as many of the explorers as possible to tank any possible treacheries,
Mm-hmm.
and to make sure that you're spending your actions advancing the game.
All right,
And
want to
I wonder if
trade?
that means the torches goes for me.
I'll take the medicine and the provisions off of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what does that leave you with? It leaves you with 2, where like you can't take a provisions and something else.
It gives you, so you're taking the compass, the torches. Well, I mean, we have to buy these things again later.
Stock
So,
up.
yeah, I mean, I could take 2. I could take another provisions for me.
I do wonder about the pendant.
Maybe you should be taking the
Because-
pendant.
The pendant's really good in City of Archives, isn't it?
If you can't get clues, you kind of need the pendant.
I wonder if I hand you the compass and then take a provision in the pendant.
Sure, let's do that.
Yeah, I think I like that.
Okay, so I've got provisions, medicine, binoculars, and the compass, and you have the pendant, provisions, blanket, torches. Okay, got it.
Cool.
And now we can actually start playing the game. Oh my goodness. All right, let's go ahead and I'm just going to grab these and bring them over so I don't forget. And then we will do a little bit of setup here. I'm just going to pause real quickly. Okay, so we will talk about this stuff, but let's do our opening hands first.
Yes.
And you will not be able to see Pax's hand, and I will talk about mine not very much, just because to keep the illusion of whatever, but yep, okay.
Oh, I feel pretty good about that, actually.
I have, yeah, you know. You'll see. Okay, other rules that you should know if you haven't played Return to TFA. We've got an Explorer helper here that helps us do this thing over in the bottom right, which is after you successfully explore, you have to shuffle in the top card of the encounter deck. Spooky. So that means that everything in here is totally fine. There's no treacheries or enemies in there, but there will be. We've got 6 Doom to advance. The Explore action is on the agenda, and we need 6 clues at any non-campsite locations. All right. There's no clues here.
What?
1 shroud, though, if I draw my weakness.
Ooh, very nice. Tempting.
All right, what do you got?
I think I have like a play and a play and probably like a last action explorer, which feels a lot better in this version of the scenario.
Sure. Hey, it's a connecting location. Is it?
It is indeed
Not.
not.
Okay. That one is. Path
That
of
one
Thorns.
is. Yep. Cool. I don't know which side to put this on. I think I usually play this scenario upside down from this.
That's okay.
So I'll put it there, and I will shove over.
All right, I put a treachery in there, or enemy. We'll find out.
Yes.
Okay.
Classic.
I will be staying here because I need to play. Yep.
Beautiful.
I mean, I could move. I don't think that makes any sense, though. If I draw an enemy, it's probably okay to just evade and move.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it behind. And having no empty locations is kind of good in case we hit one of the Esley Guardians.
That's right.
So I am going to just gain 2 resources. I unfortunately drew this stupid card.
Yeah. No, that's just devil for you.
Yep. All right, upkeep. Okay. This is also new, by the way. You'll see on your screen, I think, that we have 1 out of 6 on the agenda. And I'm the lead investigator.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, that's totally fine. We don't need to explore here.
And if we do, I might be able to pass that.
Okay, we do need to explore there. Okay.
I mean, it's kind of funny because, like, we kind of already don't want to explore here.
True.
Because it can fail.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I don't... Yeah, okay. That's fine. I guess, like, realistically, I can kind of just come back and hack away at that for a while. There's
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
there's no negative. Like if you look at the bag right now, there's no vengeance, so
Hmm.
there's skulls are zeros, and the negative ones is like it's like a 50% chance. I can just take a move action and try that twice.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
so.
even think that's a bad way use of my turn.
Yeah, because if I can get somewhere else that has clues, that would be pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to. Okay. Oh, I had to take a horror as well.
Yes.
Um. I mean, I guess that just goes on me. Just in case the Raven needs to be used for clues. Okay, but I'm gonna shove back, and then I'll test hacking through the brush. I will not try to find another route. That would be a terrible idea.
+1.
+1.
All right.
Common Hank W. Um, I could try to explore last action, but then like if it's an enemy, that's really annoying. What's the likelihood of it being an enemy? We drew 2 treacheries. It's actually not like that unreasonable. But I think I might.
Here's another thing. If you want to, don't have to remember things. I have it set up so it tells you how many things are locations in the deck,
No.
in case you forget.
I guess it's like compounding the odds of the successful. Like what is it? It's two of the 5 are successful explorers, and then one of them could be a treachery or an enemy. But then like, what's the chance it's actually an enemy? Right.
Right.
Like I feel like it's actually a pretty good explorer.
All right.
So I'm going to do it.
River Canyon is connected.
That's the center one.
All right. War Shroud. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'll come be with you then.
Okay.
We do have a Dr. Milan.
Oh.
And I think we just go up 1. Yeah. There we go. Take our money and a clue. Not bad. Of course, we're only 1 out of 6, but we'll take that.
Yep.
Upkeep. Of course, this is the spot where I want to get the last clue so I can search the top 4 cards. Would be really nice.
Yep.
Anyway, 2 out of 6. I have drawn the Etsley Guardian, who now, of course, we do have an empty location. So which one do you think?
Him being at the expedition camp is like better later, right?
Yeah, because we're going to keep moving out this way.
Yeah, well, we're hoping to keep moving upwards. Yeah. I think that's correct. I'm kind of wondering if like go try and kill him.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
think sending him to the expedition camp is good.
Okay. Ew.
2 damage. Well, I mean, that's part of why I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
I could just take an action to heal one of it.
You could.
I don't even think that's a bad action, to be honest.
Since
It's
you're already
like-
here, yeah.
It's like I'm already here, and also I kind of have to heal. Oh, did you shuffle in?
The second one? No, I did not.
No, we didn't. Okay, cool. So the odds on that are getting worse. If I were to do my turn of healing myself, I'd probably want to heal first, then explore to make sure that if it was someone,
Mm-hmm.
if it was an enemy that's like spawned with me, that I could do something.
So this guy will just leave here.
Yeah, I think. I mean, otherwise I have to like move back, engage him, and then fight him.
Yeah, that's not great.
And I think that's just really slow. I guess it also depends on like how good your turn looks if this fetches you a strong relic.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking about.
I wonder, but then if you do an investigate and just pass it, then what are you doing for the rest of your turn?
Explore. I mean, that's kind of all I can do. I could play other
Yeah.
things, but
I wonder if you go first in this situation, because like if you end up here, then maybe I do just walk back and kill him.
okay. Well, I'm up 1. I got nothing to commit on this. So, yeah, that's a 0. We'll
Nice.
take our money. We'll get our clue, and let's do the thing. Search the top 4. I got 2 hits.
Holy.
Which one do I play? I think I just play the Scrying Mirror because it costs me nothing. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's
good.
okay. That's
Yeah.
all right. Weak, mildest take in existence. I think that Parallel Monterey Jack might actually be pretty good.
Like I said, I'm worried about not hitting, and I'm glad that the first time I hit. Because after
Yeah,
this,
that's really cool.
yeah, it's just gravy from here. Okay, I guess I should just explore then and see what happens. Yeah,
I think that's reasonable.
okay, this is going further out. That's good.
Oh, that's good.
That is. Okay, what's this one say?
That's the compass.
I do have a compass.
That's right.
Okay. I think I'll just investigate again.
Yeah, well, that looks good.
Yeah. Okay. That's my turn.
And I guess I wonder now, do I walk back and kill this Etzli Guardian now that you're far away from him? Or do I just like heal myself and carry on?
I think we just carry on.
Because where are we at with the clues? We need 3 more.
You get another one of these in here.
Oh yeah. Oh, and that starts to be really nasty.
Mm-hmm.
I probably heal myself, walk towards you. I might draw a card so that next turn I can try a bunch of explorers and hit a bunch of treacheries.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to heal myself 1. I'm going to catch up with you. And then I'm going to draw a card.
All right.
Cool. Neato.
Upkeep.
Yep.
All right, we're 3 of 6. I've drawn the boa constrictor. Okay. Okay.
Okay. It happens eventually.
Yep.
At least we're not going to hit him on an explorer.
Ooh.
Best laid plans. It's peril. Don't say anything, for the love of God. But I'll Ward of Protection and kill my Mysterious Raven. So
Okay.
not have to deal with that.
Good, good. That's a tough one. Okay, I mean, I can easily evade this guy.
Do you want to spend your actions evading that guy? I guess is my question.
I don't really care.
Okay. It is a pretty easy evade for you, right? Like, what is that? The -5 and the autofail?
Yep.
So I suppose go for it.
So
Is how I'm
are
feeling.
we going to have enough clues to advance? We need another location, and I don't think anything else is connected that's not going to send us back.
Yeah. The only other thing I think that we can do is head back this way on a successful explore. So there's like a 1.
There should be
1 out of 5.
the triangle is connected to the Path of Thorns. So that's off this way.
Yeah, and then that's. Oh, but the River Canyon is also right. So there's a connection this way.
Yeah.
And there's a connection this way, and that's all we have left, right? Oh no, and then like maybe one here as well. Is that what it is?
So Rope Bridge, I think, is over here. I don't know if the other ones aren't in play yet.
Yeah, it's this and this.
Yep.
So we're probably trying to head back to the River Canyon to just reveal this one, so that we don't have to do it from the Path of Thorns, but it might shoot us over here. I guess is the risk.
The other thing is I could just go back here and... No, we don't want to do that. We want to get the other one in play before we come back here if we need these clues.
That's right.
Okay.
I guess the question is, how does your turn look knowing that, right?
So I
Made the
can.
bow constructor, you get the clue, and then you're just standing here taking an attack from the Ansley Guardian.
I guess so. Unless you're going to go back and kill this guy, but you're too far away now.
I'm too far away now to do that. That's right. Just a little bit.
Well, I don't want to kill him yet. I know that he's going to be chasing us around a bit, but I don't think I'm too concerned.
I don't think we have to deal with him. I don't think we have to kill him.
So if you go back and try to explore, you might hit something bad and you won't have any actions to deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's just fine.
Okay.
Move. I think my turn is going to be looking like move explore.
Okay. Why don't you go first then?
Yeah, I guess that does make sense because you have the scrying mirror to see if the boa constrictor evade is going off. So yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Move. Oh shit! No, hold on.
I know it's kind of bad.
No, I think I am exploring last action and just dealing with the consequence of that.
Okay.
And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to play the stray cat.
Ooh, yeah.
It's just way too important for snakebite.
Okay.
And then explore last action.
Waterfall. That is connected.
Which one is that? Is that in place of the
Rope bridge, yeah.
Rope bridge, okay. After you fail a skill test while investigating it, when you investigate, check if you have a rope, reduce the shroud. Okay, cool. That's fine, but I'm here now, so.
Okay. And I can come this way, but I probably won't because I'll get hit.
Yeah, that's right.
Although I'll have to evade this guy again. Well, I can take the damage. It's fine.
I'm wondering if at this point it might be good for me to go kill this guy next turn.
Yeah, if we can, I think.
Because the bow might be here and then like coming this way or something.
Yeah.
And we can maybe avoid him, but I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, let's use the mirror. Oh, I didn't do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
5.
Oh God.
I know. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, it's a 0. Okay, we evade.
Goodbye.
I'll try to get a clue. We're up a lot. 4. Yeah, that's good.
Hey.
I'm gonna look at the top card of my deck. It's the top card. I'll just reveal it. It's a lockpick. Oh well.
Can you imagine if that had been like the Disc of Insomnia or something?
Can you imagine if it was the Fox mask? It cost me nothing.
Oh my God.
All right, come over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
We both take a damage.
For 1, but I think that's fine.
Yep.
I don't think I need to take damage for you yet.
No.
That would be a bad idea.
Okay, that guy goes back up, and then we are going to upkeep.
Yep.
So we need just the 2 more clues to advance. Has to be at a non-campsite location, so I theoretically could just... Oh no, we're here. We could just do it here. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's true. Then maybe we wouldn't need to walk back and kill him. But then also the boa constrictor is right next to us, right?
That's true. Oh. I don't like that.
Yeah, he's annoying.
All right, my encounter card is a Pit Viper, which is also annoying.
Correct. How'd you know that? Ugh. Yikes.
This is a little tricky now.
Yeah, that's going to be annoying. That is going to suck.
Okay, again, I need to evade and move. I can only get the 1 clue if I'm going to do that. I don't know if I can get another clue. I might have to go over to the Path of Thorns.
There really isn't... I'm probably going to be taking a Horrorvis turn from this. I don't see myself like moving here and successfully exploring. That seems unreasonable to expect to happen.
Only 1 location left.
Yeah. I guess there's an argument that I could just try it. Again, 0s are still pretty reasonable. There's no failure tokens yet.
Yeah.
It's just values.
I'm worried about the clues right now just because of our pressure from the snakes.
Yeah, no, the clues is definitely the big thing. I guess technically the stray cat could get this pit viper off of you.
Mm.
That might be better to hold on to for the boa constrictor after the hunter phase. But then, like, no, the boa constrictor probably just hits me, and then I use the stray cat the next round so we can get away from them, rather than dodging 1-on-1.
Okay, so I should evade this guy.
I think so. The scrying mirror. Well, yeah, no, you're 2 up. That. Do you have?
Oh, I
like
can.
a commit?
I'll commit to this. Yeah. I'm going to use the mirror on the investigate.
Oh, you're going to save the mirror for the investigate. Oh, yeah, no, that makes sense because you'd be 5 on 4.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, I'll go for it. I'll do the evade. So I got a manual dex on this one. So we got 7 to 3. Another 0.
Nice.
Okay, draw a card to replace. Okay. Anyway, let's use the mirror. We're going to do an investigate, and I will draw a 0. Okay. Good.
Nice.
So that's action 2. So should I stay here or get out?
I guess the question is like, no, you know what? I think you get out. And the reason being, like, imagine what happens next turn when we draw another pit viper, right?
I really want that last clue just to use my ability again, but might not happen.
Yeah, that's rough.
Okay, I'll move back to the expedition camp then.
Yeah, I think you move back to the expedition camp and I come wall up that guardian so we stop taking David from him.
Okay.
As much as that's kind of not what I'd like to be doing, I don't think. Especially since I only get 1 shot at it. Well, I only get 1 shot at it. So yeah, it'll be a move, engage, and swinging with my baseball bats. 7 against 4, which I mean that's great.
Yep,
it's a good number.
Very nice.
Not even a skull.
Not even a skull.
Get out of here, archer guy. So now the snakes are stacked up together.
Mm-hmm. And you take a horror.
And I take a horror, correct? Because I did not successfully.
So then we'll just try to. We'll see. We might be able to go around in circles or something here. Depends on where we want to. Well, I'm going to have to go here. All right. Upkeep. Okay. I've got 8 cards. We have 5 of 6. Okay. Oh, no, he's with me. What do you got?
It's good to leave him behind here.
That's fine.
Searches.
Well, we're advancing. Unless you got something on for that.
No, I don't have it. Should have saved it.
Okay. So we advance, and then we're going to reshuffle the deck, I believe. Oh, we also take this friggin' test. Oh, I forgot about that.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
Well, so let me get the set-aside Agents of Yig. Where did they go? I dropped them somewhere. Here they are. All right. And then that's going to go. And then we each test 3 willpower.
Yeah. Ooh, what am I putting into this?
So I have to go first.
Yes, no, that's fair.
So I'm going to go even. And I suppose, well, actually, before I do that, we'll use this. Well, I'm poisoned.
Oh my god.
I don't need to commit those cards. All right. Nothing I can do about that one.
Yeah, no, I guess not. So getting 2 into this is good. I'm just determining which of my cards I want to put into it to get 2. And I think the answer is that I commit this.
Okay. 2 up. 1 up is going to work. Okay. Well, I'm poisoned. I think we knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, we suspected that would happen.
9 turns left. So now what?
Yeah, now what's a great question. Maybe I am stray catting this pit viper to get out from underneath it, and we're like grabbing clues here
Okay.
to try and just advance.
Okay.
Does that seem reasonable?
Sure.
I don't think it's unreasonable because like we can have the boa constrictor. If we end our turn here,
he can go up here, and then we can go around again.
He can go down, and we can go up around to like once we've advanced, we can get more progress.
Okay. So do you want to use it on my turn then, and I'll go off here?
Yeah, I think that's the answer. So I'm going to use my stray cat on your turn to.
Okay. So I will just move. I don't really want to commit anything because of I need icons in a little bit. So we're just going to go up 2. That's fine.
Yep.
And I can just get another one. Maybe I play a card.
Would playing the disc?
No, it's non-elite enemy.
Oh, right.
I think I'm just going to try to get the last clip. Yep. All right, so I searched the top 3. And I got nothing. Okay. That's me.
Okay. So, I mean, I'm obviously catching up with you. I wonder if I'm just trying to test this off of me.
Yeah.
Because, again, there's no negative consequence to failing. And I'd love to stop taking horror.
Here.
And 1 icon is decent. 2 icons is a lot better. Can you actually not commit that to me?
I'm going to lose the card at the end of the round.
That is okay.
Okay. I'll keep it.
Okay.
There you go.
Fine. It's gone now. Okay. I mean, okay. Yeah, sure. Last action, I guess I'll just draw a card. I'm not exploring.
Nope.
And I don't have any assets to play.
So. Okay. So this guy comes up here.
Yep.
And then we go to upkeep.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, I'm burning that. All right, we got 1 of 9, and we have some beefy enemies in the deck now as well.
Yes.
Fine. We're not going to do anything here anyway.
Yeah, no, that's...
Oh, wait. We have to advance.
Oh,
Let's go back in time for a second.
Yes.
So I will spend, what, everything but 1?
Everything but 1, yeah.
All right, so we get Ichitaka, and then we shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. So we'll do that.
So we don't get those ones.
No, we don't get those. We might, but okay. So she spawns here.
Mm-hmm.
How do we feel about this? I can attempt the parlays. I can do that.
It's nice that you have the scrying mirror.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem with the parlays is that I can't attempt the parlays.
That's true.
That's never happening.
Is the fight happening?
Arguably. Not convincingly.
I'm pretty sure I can pass the 2 parlays.
Okay.
The problem is just then moving away. I mean, this guy's going to hit us no matter what, right?
Yeah, but I think what will that do? That will leave your scrying mirror exhausted after it's been emptied.
Yeah. It's just Dr. Milan, but I don't care about that right now.
Well, I don't even think your Dr. Milan won't even be exhausted because he won't be successfully investigating. He'll be parlaying.
No, but if this guy attacks me. It's okay, I have 1,000,000 resources.
Yeah, that's just it.
So I'll just take her.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now we do. Yes.
So I take a horror.
We shove that back to the
Back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very sweet.
You
I
got-
still got the snake bite.
You got it
despite
anyway.
my best efforts.
How do you feel about this?
I have a terrible time with this test right now. I am testing this at base value.
So I could commit 1 card to get you up 2.
1 card to get me up 2 would be quite good.
Let's try it. Hey.
Oh, +1.
I draw a card.
You draw a card. The timely elder sign. Thank you.
Okay. So I guess I just try this right now, and if it goes south, it goes south, right?
Yeah, that's probably what this looks like, right?
Okay, let's see what we got. So I use the mirror. We're doing the parlay. Okay, we just passed that one. Okay, and then our second attempt, we are well dressed, and Ichitaka is very impressed with that. That gives me +4. That's 9. Yeah, there we go.
Oh man, beautiful.
Okay, we advance. She goes to the victory display. All right, Ichitaka is leading the way. We add a cultist token down here somewhere. They're a little nasty, but that's okay. And then we go to
Number. It's just 5, right? -5.
I mean, it's still kind of nasty. Okay, so
Oh yeah, no, sorry. I just mean to say that's what it is. Period.
Yes. Okay, so those shuffle in, and we go to search for the ruins, which is this one. The nice thing is that if we draw any more of the Etsley Guardians or Eris in the Trees, we're kind of in a good spot.
I always forget that this doesn't remove them from the deck for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like it still lets you have them, but they just don't do anything, which is nice,
Yep.
right? Okay.
So I have 1 more action. I probably should just move here.
Yeah, I think it's better for us to be standing there.
Okay.
Big time. Yeah.
Good turn.
Yeah, no, super good turn. I think my turn is looking like moving over. I'm also at Hank's eyes. Moving over. Do I just heal myself again? I think at this point, healing myself is actually like not good.
Yeah, you can't anyway. It's limit once per game.
Oh, yes, limit once per game. Yeah, you're right. I think I actually just explore to try and burn through some of this.
Let's do it.
Well, I mean, at least it didn't get shuffled.
That's true. That's true.
I feel like there's something fallacious about that reasoning. I don't know quite what. Okay, in terms of our pace.
So we only need 6 more clues.
6 more clues. And there's more than 6 clues from the places we need to get to next.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess my question is, do you think our pace versus the risk of hitting something like real nasty on this is worth it? I guess we've seen 2 pit vipers and the boa constrictor. It's almost assuredly treacheries.
Mm-hmm.
What's
So
the worst thing I could see?
am I going to take the hit here?
No, I don't think. Oh, yeah, because I'm not evading him, am I?
That's fine.
Yeah, I can just get the damage on me, though, to be honest with you.
No, I can take it. If you just keep tanking the Explorer deck, then it'll be easier.
Just keep taking the Explorer deck, like we said. Or I can just draw the exact correct one.
See ya.
Bye. Sorry.
Okay.
Didn't mean to do that so much.
I'm worried about us getting like kind of boxed in here.
Oh, we're about to get boxed in there for sure. Because it's going to be tough to explore out of here.
Okay. Well, I will take the damage and horror. And then this can't
It
ready.
doesn't actually... Yeah. Your scrying mirror, which is totally used up, doesn't get to ready.
Okay. Upkeep. All right, I'm good here.
I'm going to go out on a limb and discard this stand together.
I would have loved it on turn one, but one Dr. Milan has been more than enough, right?
Me seeing no assets has been so good for my economy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess I'm coming back.
Here, you could take it.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. Take a resource. Very nice. Hello, Mr. Brood of Yig. I see that your friend of... Ah, shit. Okay. This is Peril, so I'm just gonna, like, riff aloud.
Sure.
You can just not say anything.
I won't.
Shuffling the top card of the encounter deck into the exploration deck is like an action lost. Losing 2 actions is 2 actions lost. Losing 2 actions is 2 actions lost on a turn where I need to kill a guy. But I'm pretty sure I can just kill the guy. And so I think that I'm actually... Oh, man. That's hateful. What is it? It puts this to 3 out of 8 are actual explorations.
Yep. The 3 locations that are left are the 3 ruins.
Yeah, that's right. So again, losing 2 actions versus losing 1 action later, it's kind of like... But the action lost later also can come with the consequences of the treachery. And I think that losing an action... I hate that, but I think I'm going to lose the 2 actions.
Okay.
Because I think that we want you to get these clues here, and I don't want to be too far from you anyways. Like,
so does this
what
one,
else am I doing?
Does this one go
turn?
to the ruins, or is it only through the circuitous trail?
I think this one is like a dead end, right?
No, it goes to 1 or 2 of the good locations.
Oh yeah, I know it. Yeah. No, it goes to. So there's what is there? There's like this. Oh, whoops! Nope, that's not right. Oh no!
Uh-oh. Okay.
Quick reset. Nothing happened.
That's weird. How come it's reset my camera too?
Great question.
Okay.
It shouldn't do that.
No.
There's this.
I think there's one from here.
Like that?
I think there's one from here, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's that.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. So I do want to go here.
Even worse than that. It's actually even worse than that because it's this.
Oh.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
I hate this map. I hate this map terribly.
It's rough. Okay, so we do want to... I do want to meet you up here. Okay.
Yeah, and I think my point is, like, I don't want to explore this turn, so I'm losing the 2 actions now.
Yep.
And hopefully killing this guy. But I guess you just go first.
Yep.
To make sure. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because it's not going to change what I do on my turn.
Okay.
I swing at him with a baseball bat with a long shot committed.
All right, you got 7.
And I'll be 7 against 2.
Bye-bye, baseball bat.
Well, I got 2 swings at him. Classic baseball bat.
All right, I'm up 3 on this guy. That's not good enough. Okay, we'll try again. That's fine. Cool.
Okay. That's not a great turn, but it's certainly better than it could have been.
Yeah. I think I have a pretty good idea what I'm going to have to do when I get a free action here. I just didn't have one then. Actually, no, that doesn't make any sense. Let me rewind time for a second. It does make sense to do this, I think. So I play Leo.
Oh, play Leo over Milan and then move.
Yeah.
Yes. No, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good action.
All right. 4 of 9. I have a brood.
Yep. Okay.
Ew.
Ugh. Poor timing.
Okay. I don't know if I can help.
I think this is like, what is this? This is ass. Uh,
Yep.
this sucks. It's not like totally insurmountable, but it's not a great. It's not a great turn.
Am I going to stay here with you?
Maybe. I'm pretty sure that I can kill the serpent from you off.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. And then once that's done, I can like just engage the Brutavig off you. Or
no, I would like to evade him.
okay, that's fair. So then, what does my turn look like when I kill this guy?
If you could explore again, man, it's pretty dicey.
It's a dicey explorer, but like if I could pull it off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so currently there's no vengeance points, and this guy is just a 3/5/3 with 1, 2, and with a victory point. So I am going to go first. I'll 1/2 punch him.
Nice.
So I have +1 for, so it's a 6 on 3 for the first attack. And I think that I kind of just have to accept that. Why is this? I rebound time and it changed the cultist back to a 0. I think I just kind of have to accept that fact, as much as I hate it.
Let's see. There you go.
So that's 1 damage. And then it's again with a 7 on 3. And this time... Ooh, do I do that? No, I think I just run it again, right?
Sure.
Yeah, I think I just run it again.
Yep.
It's another 0. Yeah, so that's 3 damage. And then second action, I push to the limit.
Ooh, okay.
So swinging him with the baseball bat there. Which is again 7 on 3.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
1. He is into the victory display. You want to click the fancy button to send him there? Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. So this shuffles back in your deck?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's nice because I am running low on stuff. And you say you want to evade him, so I think...
Yeah.
I am torn between exploring and just like trying to draw into a weapon.
There's this guy here. If that means anything.
The problem with that guy, well, actually, the one thing that's nice about this guy is I can just toss evades into him.
True.
I have 3. It's actually not that bad. Still. But I guess I have done a successful one since we shuffled in the these ding dongs, right? So I guess I'm kind of just worried about like what's the worst thing that could pop up from this.
I can always engage and evade if something really bad shows up.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do the explore. Yeah. Never punished.
No, it's not connected.
It's not punished. It's punished. We're punished.
Okay.
That's okay. That's actually not that big of a deal. I don't think. That's fine.
Okay.
The -1 health is a little poopy.
Okay, we're going to try for this evade here. We're up 3. We're just going to be up 3. That's not enough. But I don't think I'm going to... I can't get up 5 every time here. Try again.
No.
That was good. Okay, and then we're going to eavesdrop, because I heard this snake was talking about us.
Talking mad shit.
I'm up 2. I think I can commit this, and up 3 is what I got. That's rough.
Classic eavesdrop.
Okay.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay, I have one more action. I think I just attempt to investigate normally. Up 2. Okay, I'm having a good 4 action round with 2 -5s and an auto fail. All right. How are we gonna deal with this guy?
I'm a little tapped out.
Okay.
I do not have a weapon. I have nothing in my board.
I mean, I can take them both, just so you can play something.
Well, that's the problem.
You have nothing to play.
I have nothing to play.
Okay.
Not great draws. I mean, I could just take the Brute of Yig and just toss punches at him all around. It's not great.
Okay.
But I mean, it's better than you getting absolutely hammered right now.
Yeah. You are -1 combat. That's unfortunate, but
Yeah, that is unfortunate.
okay. I would have hit a charm if I had just passed that test.
No.
We're running out of time. 5 of 9. We're running out of time.
Stop this. Hey. That's okay. I mean, I've got loads of sanity, right?
I mean, you have the Resolute form still to get to.
Well, that's just it, right? And technically, this can give me an extra draw per turn, so long as I don't mind dying eventually.
We only have 3 turns left maximum.
Yeah, no, it's not looking great. So I can like maybe kill this guy. Like, there's a chance.
So I'm thinking that I just have to get out of here, and I would love to get these clues, but I don't think I can. I mean, I can, but isn't it probably better just to get to the objective?
Yeah, but also, like, how many clues do we need at the objective? We need 6 clues at the objective, and we have 1.
Yeah. Well, there will be 6 on that location.
Oh yeah, I guess there are 6 there. So I guess the point is we need to find it.
Yeah. I mean, we could run back and resign. That's also a possibility.
Yeah. Maybe it looks like me seeing if I kill this guy, and if I do, then we try to push forward, and if I don't, it's like, okay, let's get the hell out of here.
Okay.
I feel like maybe that's what it looks like.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Okay. I am going to punch him 4 on 2. Just a bunch of times in a row. I deal 1 damage to him. I will punch him again 4 on 2.
Yep.
And -2. That is that damage. And then I will punch him again. And then I will play and we then learn to be 6 on 2.
No.
Nope.
Okay, you get your horror.
At the end of my turn, I did not successfully explore, so take a horror.
Okay, what do I do? Press on?
Turn, tail, and run, or do we press on? That's the question, right?
I mean, I can get these clues. It's just going to be 2 basic investigates. It gets us a victory point before we head out.
Do you, like, not die before that?
I won't die.
I guess you do, like, an evade and then investigates. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, because I've got 4 actions.
I mean, for a VP, yeah, we probably just do that.
Okay. Up 3. I will take my one resource. I need to spend, I mean, I think Leo's good, but I need to be able to spend my money doing more than just that. Because like I can drop down on lockpicks, but that's, I don't know if that's making things go any faster.
No, it's not really. I mean, now it's not.
No.
Right?
Okay. Yep, there's a clue. And then action 3 of 4. We'll try to get another clue. Yep.
Nice.
All right. Top 2
Nice.
cards. Nope.
Damn.
Okay. So third action, or fourth action, we've got 2 more rounds. You got nothing with clues?
I have got so few things. I think I've drawn none of my card draw
Mm-hmm.
and none of my clues, except for one mysterious raven. I have only seen one baseball bat and then things that keep me alive and things that help me pass tests. And that's it.
We did get the 2 victory point locations plus the serpent from Yacht. Like, that's not terrible.
And it's Taka, right?
And Ichitaka. So that's 4.
Yeah, no, it's really not the worst. And kind of hilariously, I'm pretty sure I can just like walk out. Like I can move, resign. I'll get bodied.
Mm-hmm.
Like next turn.
Right, but you just heal all of your damage anyway. Even if you do get hit a bunch of times.
That's just it, right? Like I'll go resolute and it'll be fine. So
so if
I guess like the 2 options are you explore last action, and if we happen to hit the ruins, maybe we can push forward.
Well, look, if I hit a Pit Viper, who cares, right? I'm already poisoned.
Yeah, okay, and same with the snake bite.
Right. You again. That's not good. Okay.
That's fine.
He
does nothing anyway.
There.
Right?
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so we're probably turning tail and running.
Yep. Where do you
is
want
there
this
any
guy?
reason he needs to go on you?
No. There's no reason.
The only reason I ask is because, like I said, do I have enough health? How much is that? That's 2 and 2. So like that would defeat me on this side, and I'd go resolute
And then resign. Yeah.
and then resign. So I can just take both of them.
Okay.
That's not a big deal.
Upkeep.
Well, there's a glory finally. Where were you?
Oh no, we can't explore here anymore.
Yeah, so oh, hey.
I mean, I'll commit to you.
Arrow mask
Here.
to avoid this. 2 up.
No.
Oh no.
Here you go.
Yeah. Undirect and poisoned.
Well, it happened.
Yeah. Welcome to the campaign play along of Return to the Forgotten Age, Hank. So yeah, it was just move, which will, I guess the first move will technically defeat me.
Okay.
But I'll just play a Perseverance to prevent that from happening. As a joke. And then when I do the second move, that will also defeat me. Oh no, wait, no, the first attack defeats me and the second attack also doesn't defeat me. And then when I do the second move, that's when I become resolute.
It's so exciting. You get to be resolute, finally.
And I'll become this Hank.
Mm-hmm. And then you just
because
resign.
I'm just mad as hell.
Okay. I'm out.
Not the best showing of Untamed Wilds, but also like
We couldn't get out of here.
yeah. How bad? I'm curious how bad this exploration deck was
Let's see.
at this point. What have we got?
So this was we did want to go there. That's the other one. There was a Pit Viper. Another Ancient Evil.
Oh man.
Considering that we both were poisoned, I don't think that really matters, but we weren't going to get out.
No, I don't think. I think unless you got that one Hail Mary,
Mm-hmm.
and then even if you did do that, I'm pretty sure I'd need to top deck look what I found.
Right, right. Just to get this one even. But the fact that we drew the overgrowth was basically a nope, we're done.
Oh yeah, that's. Oh, never mind. I do wonder if now that the scenario is over,
Yeah.
if willingly taking on more damage and becoming this form or this form would have been more advantageous for us.
That's my hypothesis with Hank, just because it seems like the scenarios don't go on that long.
Yeah. Now, granted, how many ancient evils did we hit? Did we hit 3 total? We hit one there. We hit one there.
I think we hit one
And
earlier,
we
so
hit one before the
we hit
reshuffle.
just 3.
And you know what the sad thing is? Three's like kind of a middling ancient evils result, if not like a decent one, because like you hit 3 drawing through a deck normally, and so we reshuffled and hit all 3 of them without seeing 11 cards.
Yep.
Right. So it's actually not that bad.
It's kind of sad that we did as poor as we did then.
Yeah, and I think that maybe that's on the back of Hank not flexing enough. I'm a little disappointed because I didn't really fight that well either. But more
the weapon problem, I think, it hurts you.
Yeah, I had the baseball bat and I had to push to the limit, so I thought to myself, okay, this makes me feel comfortable for when fighting happens. But then, like, upkeep just never got me my card draw, which admittedly the deck doesn't have a ton of. And then it also never got me a second weapon, which is a problem.
Yeah.
So, of the 4 XP we got, I might be picking up 2 Derringers or something.
Well, we have to go to our interlude, so we get our 4 XP. We get no vengeance. That's good. So I have to choose a trauma type. Who's taking the medicine, by the way?
Probably. How bad is the scenario card for the next one? Does that matter for? I guess you're probably taking it because the thing that surges and makes me take a damage.
Yeah.
While being poisoned, it probably is easier for me to deal with that. So I'm probably staying poisoned.
Okay, then I'll take a physical trauma. We will eat our food. I'll use my binoculars. I get 2 more XP, and then I'll use the medicine on myself.
And then I do suffer physical trauma because the poison spreads.
Correct. Ugh.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, I think it's fine. It's just it was very up and down for Monterey. Like I had some really good turns, and then I had just dog shit token pulls on some important tests.
Yeah, I mean, you had 2 auto fails.
Yep.
And a lot of this
-5.
one cultist.
Yeah, I threw probably 3 or 4 -5s, including the cultist. But the auto fails were on the poison and I think on the eavesdrop.
That was either a -5 or a cultist, I think.
Yeah, okay. Either way, I was not intending on covering that.
Yeah, it wasn't great. I mean, we did pass an awful lot of tests, 0.
Yes.
With 0s and skulls. That's just the way TFA is, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You can't afford to always cover the -5. It's just not really sustainable.
Not with these decks, I don't think.
No, with the wider card pool, you get a lot closer to it. But I think you kind of have to just accept, especially low stakes investigates early, that you're gonna just have to do investigates and see if they come up, and they did. To be fair, it just kind of stopped coming up after a bit.
I'm also feeling the no clue compression. Really, there's not much to get.
No, there isn't, and I think that's another problem with the pairing of yes, I did run out of weapons, but like, I also never saw my Look What I Found, which is basically my only clue card.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm looking at what 4 XP is going towards, it might be really tricky. More weapons is nice, but also so is a way to gather clues, and I don't know that I have a whole ton of them left. There's Lesson Learned
Yeah,
in the card pool,
that's a good one.
and there's the upgrading of the Look What I Found.
I think you go with the weapons first.
And I think that the weapons are, a little more important. I guess, like, technically, technically at some point, this is going to sound really silly, but an unexpected courage upgrade,
Mm-hmm.
you can commit that to an investigate, get to 3 value, and if it fails, you just get the unexpected courage back into your hand. And it does like a weird +2 skill value until it works thing.
Yeah, it's kind of a more expensive gumption, but it goes back to your
Yes.
hand if you fail. Yes.
Yes. But like that would be better if this deck had like a rabbit's foot at the start. And I don't think buying a rabbit's foot level 3 would be worthwhile like doing that into. So
I agree with that.
I think that the 0.18, like figuring out a way to fit this 0.18 in is going to be a big deal.
What do you think I should get?
Oh man. Where's that pile of cards
Yeah,
that you have?
I've got. I mean, I think the skeleton key looks like a good just buy, because then it could help you out too.
The skeleton key's interesting because it lowers things to Shroud 1.
Mm-hmm.
But also like kind of slow.
It is. You have to pick it up.
You have to pick it up if you're not happy to just like play it once, right?
Lola Santiago adds so much money. And
Lola Santiago is also a +1 tier intellect.
yeah,
That would be pretty huge. Hmm.
and then there's the charms and relics thing. Like that wasn't bad. Like I didn't hit on all of them, but the scrying mirror was very clutch.
Yeah, I know the scrying mirror was like surprisingly good. Really kind of blown away how good that was. How many other ones are there? I guess, I don't know, the Otherworldly Compass is kind of poop, isn't it?
It's not great.
It's not great, no. Caponian Stone could be an interesting choice, in as much as like sealing one of these really nasty tokens could just be really good.
The ancient stones are kind of interesting idea if I want to go down that route.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky because like buying the level 1 ancient stone is something that's really, it's a tough sell right after like getting a middling result in a scenario.
Yeah, that's true.
Where it's like, okay, I'm spending 1 XP to need to do something extra next scenario. Like, and I'm not even trying to say that like, no, you shouldn't buy it. I'm just trying to say like, how much more difficult do we really want to make Doom of Edsley after not getting like, I don't know, how much XP is this scenario worth if you get all, at least one of these locations would have been 2 more.
2 more. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like 8 or 9, whatever it ends up being. I don't quite remember, but you know, when you've got like half the XP, putting 2 XP into something that doesn't quite advance the game state seems tricky.
Lola sounds
sounds really good.
Yep.
I don't know if you float the 1 extra XP.
No, I got 6. I have 2 from the binoculars.
Oh, yes, 2 from the binoculars. I guess so. You could pick up 2 copies of Lola. You could pick up 1 copy of Lola and a charisma. So you could hold Milan and her, or Leo and her, or whatever.
That's probably what I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's not, those aren't bad options.
It's funny because I thought that Relic Hunter would be the first thing I would get, but none of those things actually move the game state forward like Lola does.
That's right. So it's probably a Lola. a Lola angle.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's not bad.
Okay, well, I think that's about it for us right now. Thank you for watching. If you sat through our kind of, it's fun to sort of take it a little slow and talk through our turns like we've been doing too. I quite enjoy playing with experienced players who really have a really good way of explaining what they're doing. I think it's helpful for me, helpful maybe for people who are watching. So packs like that's one of the reasons I really wanted to play with you on my channel too. So maybe it's been a nice relaxing few hours for you listening to us talk here, but we will be finishing our campaign play along. Hopefully we'll get through all 8 or maybe 9 scenarios, or 10, I guess, really.
Yeah, we'll see.
But we'll see you next week.
Bye now.